I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today, another recent video game pickups video. This one, however, is based around the South Yorkshire Video Game and Collectibles Fair that I went to on December the 10th. It was the second one that they've had in Barnsley, which is my hometown. Wonderful to actually have something like this so close to me. Unfortunately, the second one didn't seem as big as the first one, despite the fact they put more effort into this one with marketing and things like that, so it was a bit of a letdown, at least from what I saw. There were less people waiting for it opening, there were lots of empty tables from sellers that weren't there, and there seemed to be a lot more sellers selling things that weren't just retro games, which I understand it wasn't just retro games, and there's a lot of games out there that like, you know, the pop figures and collectibles and things like that. Just for me, doesn't interest me. I'm there for the games. It didn't really seem busy at all. I don't know how it went on the rest of the day, which was unfortunate, so I'm not sure if there's going to be another one. I mean, I thought it was a bit of a stretch to have one again so close to the first one. The first one was in August, I think, and now one in December. If they're going to have another one, I think they should probably wait another year. You know, just do it once every year, spend a year letting people know it's happening, finding sellers, things like that. But anyway, while it was only small and not very busy in anything, I did manage to pick up a handful of games, so I was happy enough. So the first one is for the N64 and it is Hybrid Heaven. I've had this on my list for a little while now, just based on reviews that I'd read on it and some video clips I'd seen of it. It seemed very interesting. It's sort of like an action puzzle RPG style game. It's kind of hard to explain. It's nothing like anything I've seen before. So it looks quite cool and it was nice and cheap, so obviously decided to pick it up and add to the collection. Another game I've been after for a while that people are always recommending as just a really fun game on the N64, it is Beetle Adventure Racing. I got this one very cheap because, as you can see, the cover's ripped a bit there, but I thought it's very cheap and I wasn't sure if I would like it anyway, so I picked it up and a ton of fun. I've only played one race so far to record the footage. I ended up doing the full race, all 3 laps, took me about 7 minutes. What a game, so much fun just from that one race. There was one point where I was driving over a bridge and I fell down a hole in the bridge, and there were helicopters around at the time, and I'm thinking, oh, this is an arcade racer, it's not a realistic one, what's going to happen? Are these helicopters coming down going to raise me back up onto the bridge, similar to, you know, Mario Kart? No, it seemed that falling down the gap was just another route you could take, and the whole other way that you could go. So that was really surprising, really fun game. Cannot wait to play some more of it. Next, a PlayStation 1 game, and it is Mickey's Wild Adventure. And it's essentially the PS1 version of the often 16-bit game Mickey Mania, I think it is. We go through all the different years of, you know, Mickey Mouse and things. Start off at Steamboat Mickey, Steamboat Willie? Yeah, Steamboat Willie with Mickey Mouse. You know, it's all in black and white, and then you go through all the different stages, and it is really fun. Pretty sure I had this on the Super Nintendo growing up, but obviously the PS1 version a lot better graphically, sound-wise, and things like that. So very happy to pick that up. Been after it for a while. I could always find it cheap, but then the postage would be like £3.50. So, you know, I got it for just as cheap as I could get it online, but without paying the postage. We have a PSP game next, as I love collecting for the PSP, and it is Death Jr. Looks like a really fun game, a cool sense of humour. You play as Death Jr., the son of the Grim Reaper himself, and you and your friends accidentally unleash a bunch of demons from a box, and it's your job to, you know, put them back there. It's basically, you know, an action hack and slash style game where you play as, you know, Death Jr. with his big scythe and you have to murder things. So, very cool addition to add to my collection. Next, again for the original Xbox, and it was an Xbox exclusive, and it was one that I only found out about rather recently. Added it to my list and then came across it at the fair and thought, yep, I'm having that. And it is Bloodwake. And essentially it's like Twisted Metal but with boats, so yeah, definitely had to pick this up. I've only played one match so far in it and it looks fantastic on the original Xbox. Looks amazing, the water graphics and things look fantastic. I don't know if you have to play more of the game and unlock more weapons and things, but it seemed I only had 2 weapons, like a bomb and a torpedo. And the music didn't really seem as atmospheric as I was hoping. Like Twisted Metal, you got the awesome soundtrack usually, and just really gets you in the mood for destroying things. This seemed a little more, sort of peaceful as you riding around on the water and destroying things. Didn't quite fit. But I'm hoping the more I play of it, might unlock some more stuff and things like that. Plus you can choose how certain maps are, so you can have calm, smooth water, so you can have it really rough and things like that with like a storm. So maybe when it's a stormy level it might be a lot more exciting. But for now it seems like a solid game in terms of gameplay, it just needs a little more content, so hopefully there's more in it the more you play. And lastly, I got 2 Mega Drive games. Since I got the Mega Drive now, picked them up, and the first one, an absolute classic for the Mega Drive, happy to have picked this one up, complete in box, it is Strider. I'm sure you've probably heard of Strider. You basically go around with a large sword and slash enemies to pieces, and it is so much fun. It's just one of those classic 16-bit games, you run along and kill things. You really can't go wrong as long as the controls are good, and the controls are good. Lastly, the other Mega Drive game I got is the sequel to Castle of Illusion, and it is World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. This one does kind of get mixed reviews, I've noticed. Some people, Castle of Illusion, an absolute fantastic game, a classic, and then they'll get this and just not like it. It doesn't feel the same or whatever. And then there's some people that think this is fantastic and a worthy sequel to Castle of Illusion. So I suppose it all depends. I've only played the first level so far with Mickey, and I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to play more and get into all the different magics and skills that you can learn, I think. And then of course all the different characters you can play as. I think you can play as just more than Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, I'm not sure. But either way it'd be nice to play as Donald Duck as well as Mickey Mouse. So yeah, those are all the games that I got from the South Yorkshire Video Game Collectibles Fair in Barnsley. Like I said, it was kind of disappointing to see it being so quiet and not as many people there, because obviously it means less chance of one happening. But at the same time, I was happy with what I came away with. So, swings and roundabouts. Well, I'm Big Cal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.